Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel once again. Today we're gonna check out the Evercross EV10K PRO, a very affordable entry-level scooter that offers a ton of functionality for its price. Today is Sunday, I'm in Italy, and as tradition I have to go get lunch at my grandma's. And to reach her house I will have to cross this beautiful Italian city which is half new with tarmac and half medieval with cobblestones on the ground. So it's the perfect benchmark for this scooter. But before that, let's check out the unboxing and the specs. In the box you will find the scooter itself, which is very protected and super easy to assemble, a extra nut cover for the front wheel, a box with the charger, 42 volts, 2 amps, and lastly a bag with a declaration of conformity, very thick multi-language super comprehensive manual, and all the hardware you need for the scooter. Let's take a look at the specs. First of all, it's super compact and it's kind of lightweight at 16 kilos. You can carry it like a suitcase. Also, it locks and it's super easy to unlock with this clasp right here. Boom! You do this and it has a first lock for safety, which you can press to open. And then you have to press this other lock and it really becomes super sturdy. You get front and back shock absorbers, that is rare to see at this price point. You get a 500 watt motor only on the front. It will push this scooter up to 30 km per hour and 20% climbs. And only one disc brake on the back wheel. The tires are 10-inch and they are full, so they will never puncture. Anti-slip pad. The battery is 36 volts, 12 amps, and it will give you around 35 to 40 kilometers of range. It comes with a super nifty kickstand, so you can stand the scooter upright. This is the top handle. Let's turn on this beautiful screen which is integrated into the frame. Very bright. This is the throttle. If you push it, the scooter is gonna go. And these buttons are blinkers. They are super bright, visible, and a nice addition to this scooter. And also it's full of reflectors. Here on the front is not applied incredibly well, but it works. And on the back as well. You got a super loud bell, and this is the back brake, which is metal wire actuated, and it activates the back braking light. The screen has only one button. This is your battery bar, and pressing fast you go from eco mode, which is the slowest, to drive, which is medium, and then you have speed mode, which goes the maximum speed, which is either 25 or 30 kilometers per hour. Press again and you have walk assist mode. You see the little walking icon. It goes up to maximum 5 kilometers per hour. If you wanna turn on the light in whatever mode, quick press 2 times and it activates the front light. Scanning this code you can get the app which connects with Bluetooth. It's super fast and allows you to use different functions like locking the scooter, and this is very handy if you leave it around in the city. You can select which speed you want, turn on the headlights, activate or deactivate cruise control, and the zero start means you can use the throttle when the scooter is still. Otherwise you need to start going and then you can apply the throttle. Also you have an integrated GPS map and the battery info is right here. And if you go into more, you can select what speed limit you want, either 25 or 30 kilometers per hour. And finally, it's time to go have lunch. I've chosen this very smooth road to test out the different speed settings. Let's put it in eco mode and see how fast it goes. Remember, I am 83 kilos, so I am the medium rider on this scooter, which can support up to 150 kilos, 12 kilometers per hour maximum. Then let's put it in drive mode, 20 kilometers per hour. And this is a good hybrid between going fast and saving the battery, but of course I always test stuff at the most, so let's put it in sport mode, and this you can select between 25 and 30 kilometers per hour maximum speed. I selected 30, so we are at 31 right now because we are going a little bit downhill, and it's a pretty smooth ride. Of course we are on concrete, downhill, very good big turns, and it's smooth sailing right here. Frame of the scooter is a little bit small, I have to say, so when you turn fast you feel you are not 100% stable, but of course you can, you know, lower a little bit, lower the center of gravity, and it behaves a little bit better, but is no problem at all when you are on smooth Pavement. Now we are on a little bit of cobble road. The suspensions are doing their work, but of course the tires are full and they don't absorb much. So I feel like it's fine. It's a little bit bumpy, you can hear my voice. Now we are on a little bit of off-road, and despite not having the most traction because the wheels are slick and they are not even that wide, it works. This is gravel, which is the worst, but yeah, you see, I am managing to get by. So this is rails. We did it, I mean, we did it. Now we have this parking lot with this big hill, and we're gonna test out the brakes. So you have to apply them a little bit before you think that you need them, because yeah, they take a while to brake. Gonna try and start from still, and yeah, it has a little bit of torque. So slight inclines, this is probably 15 degrees, you can get by even if you start from still, which is cool. And now let's try this big climb. I don't know if it will make it. We got a little bit of a rolling start, but this is a very, very, very steep incline, probably 30 degrees or something. And you see, it made it. Crazy. I didn't expect it to make it. We're about to pass on the bridge that separates the new half part of the city to the old medieval part. And the bridge is very, very high. I'm gonna stop and take a drone shot because it's just too beautiful. Train rails. Let's go climb this cobbled hill. This is super hard for this scooter. Yeah, this is a very steep cobble. You gotta give it a little bit of foot push. Otherwise it goes very slow and it becomes kind of hard to control it. We have some moss on the cobble, so this is super slippery. And on the downhill you have to be careful about the braking. On the uphill you have to be careful about the wheel. You see, the front wheel is slipping a little bit. I mean, it's fine. If you, of course, if you live in Europe and you have this kind of streets, be careful and don't go when it's wet, because it's a slideshow basically. This is a super cool part of the city with this walk around the walls. And boom, this is the walk around the big castle we have in this city. Look how beautiful it is. And this is crazy slippery. If I brake, oh my god, the wheel slips like crazy here. I wish it had dual brakes, because yeah, it will be a little bit safer. If you live in a tarmac place, look how big, how beautiful the castle is back there. And if you go on the cobble, it slips. If you go on the side marble, it slips again. So you really have to be careful when it's wet. Okay, now it's gonna slip for sure on this hill. No, but it just stops because it is super, super steep. We are almost there and we have arrived. Let's see what's for lunch today. We got grandma making the fettuccine today. Boom.
Oh dear.
Bruschette, roast beef and bolognese ragu. Then the wood-fired oven with the roasted potatoes and the chestnut for roasting over the fire. My belly is full, but it's time for my final opinion on the Evercross EV10K Pro. I eventually did more than 20 kilometers with it today, and we still have 2 bars out of 5 of battery, so a range of around 25, maximum 30 kilometers on sport mode. Climbing hills is not bad at all, and it's what's advertised. If you take it slowly in a plain surface on tarmac, it's gonna for sure do 30-35, even in sport mode, if you are light enough. And you'll be able to find this scooter online for around 350-400 bucks, which is a great value for what you get, because the double shock absorption is something you find on more expensive stuff. And really, if you live in cities like I do, where you have cobblestone, it really helps mitigate the rattling. At this price point, the 500 watt motor is much better than the 250 you usually find. It will have a little bit more torque, Don't expect it to climb crazy hills, but it will give you a little bit of help when you are uphill, and also it has a decent acceleration. The range is pretty respectable. It looks like if you need to do 10-15 kilometers out and then come back, like for the last mile commute, this is totally perfect. And also it's light enough so you can carry it quite easily. And the interface works pretty good. The only thing I wish was a tiny bit better is traction, because the wheels are very slim. That helps with the efficiency of the scooter. But you have only one motor in the front, and when it's slippery on the ground, it's gonna start spinning on itself, and only one brake at the back, so when you brake, it's gonna skid if you do it too hard. And for that reason, I would suggest you getting the scooter only if you live in a basically flat terrain, maybe it's a slight uphill, but don't get it, don't expect it to climb crazy hills. And also made of tarmac and not cobblestones, because cobblestones during the morning, if it rains, they become super slippery, and it's easy to skid with this, and it becomes a little bit dangerous. Of course, if you are able to control it, no problem, but be warned. And that's all for today. As always, remember to like, subscribe and comment on this video. If you wanna buy something, check out the links in the description below. Clicking on them, you help this channel a lot. Also, probably you'll find discounts there, so you save money as well. Stay safe and happy scooting. Bye!